Hi everybody. On this week's edition, we are going to continue with our interview with MP Damien Kurek on an event and some of the things that actually transformed his life and projected him into a place where he moved in the call to be a member of parliament. I really hope you enjoy this edition. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you were a young person when you started to think about becoming an MP, like really young. How young were you when you started to that seed was planted?
Yeah, so I think my grade 6 teacher reminds me that I told her that I wanted to be prime minister when I was in grade 6. So that's that. It's always been an interest.
Yeah.
But then to see the opportunities that our democratic system in Canada offers, where a young person, my family isn't overly political. We talked about political issues, but I come from a farming family. My parents operated a small business. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so not in many countries. Those things would disqualify you from public service.
Yeah.
Whereas in Canada, it was simply a passion for seeing change in the communities that I grew up in, care deeply about the province of Alberta and our nation of Canada. And then that my faith could be a part of that at the same time.
Yeah.
And to know that in our democratic system, that's something that is okay.
Yeah.
That faith can help inform whether it's values or the decision making or the care and love that I try to have for everybody that I represent, whether they voted for me or not.
Exactly.
But it's one of those things that we've that from a very early age I knew I was interested.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily know what that looked like, but this is one of the things too that I hope the Young Christian Leaders Summit can do. I did a youth exchange. Lions Club sponsored youth exchange when I was 15, and came to Ottawa for a week. It was a 1-week youth exchange, and I was a young political person, so I actually called the Prime Minister's office at the time.
Wow.
And I requested a meeting.
Yes.
And people thought that it was kind of ridiculous that I would do that. Well, I got a call back.
Yes.
And organized a meeting. So it was 2007, I believe, was the year, and I had a chance to meet with then newly elected Prime Minister Stephen Harper, and had a good meeting. It was what you would expect as a young person that was interested in politics. It was super cool. First time I'd traveled anywhere on my own and all these things. It was exciting. But what was really interesting and very impactful was not just the meeting with the Prime Minister, which was great, but having the chance to, in addition to meeting the Prime Minister, my local member of Parliament was invited to come along.
That's wonderful.
And as we were walking out of the Prime Minister's office, he said, "Damien, I can tell that you're passionate about politics. If you're interested, we'd love to have you involved."
Yes.
So I started showing up to EDA meetings. Started being involved in the campaigning side of things. Started doing the policy process within the Conservative Party. And as a result, it really became something of a mentorship where I got to see a strong local representative, had a strong faith, and be able to see that it's possible in our country to get involved. He came from a farming background as well. So as I got to see Kevin Sorenson, was a former MP's name. He's still a good friend of mine. To see that just simply taking an interest and sharing with a young person at the time that it's important for you to get involved, set me again. It's one of those moments where you can say, okay, that's something that was significant on the journey. So attending the prayer breakfast and the Young Christian Leaders Summit, having an MP say, hey, it'd be great for you to get involved. And I know there's been another series of moments, but you see how interest and a passion that kind of starts as a spark at a young age can grow into something that where you can actually make a difference. And in my case, having the opportunity to serve as a member of Parliament.
That's wonderful. I love this story. It's really simple. You can be involved. you can make a difference.
Yeah.
It's easy. As a young man, he was engaging at the EDA. Many people don't know what that means. That means Electoral District Association. You know, if you have young people that want to engage, or even you could be engaging with that, with the EDA. Pick a party, wherever God's calling you, go there and bring salt and light in those places, because my goodness, those places need it. They need your voice, they need your stand, they need your salt, they need your light. Anyway, I'm Chris Byberg. This is Damien Kurek. I'm with the National House of Prayer, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.
Thanks very much.